it's that time of the decade. I'm gonna renew my passport. And it's interesting because doing this, like actually sitting down and doing this and filling out the application, makes leaving feel real. Like it's starting to feel really real, which is good because it's it's less than 6 months away. But I have a thing about my passport and driver's license photos. I have a perfect record of taking outstanding driver's license and passport photos, and I refuse to break the record. It's got to be. So the one I took last time, this is my current passport photo, is the worst I've ever taken. So that's what I got to beat. Piece of cake. I am not someone who wears a full face of makeup almost ever, but I got to keep this record intact. So I have not worn, I didn't wear makeup at all for years and years, other than like, usually if I'm going to go somewhere, mascara, I really do a good job on my mascara, and maybe some blush. That was pretty much always it. So, as a bareface queen, not bare, but B-A-R-E, I'm actually really excited to get going on this. So get ready with me to get my passport picture taken. Yay! Okay, so hi, if you're new here, I'm DJ, short for Daisy Jean, and also here is my beautiful assistant, Gilly Dog. Mwah! Oh, she's so cute. And yeah, let's do this. So I'm going to start with, this is just tinted sunscreen, since I might have to my top down. Oh, sorry, with my car's top down. Although I could use the vitamin D. Most Black women don't get enough of it. I actually take drops to keep myself regulated. Okay, this is super orangey, but it should even out. When you're my color, rarely do you find anything that is your color. You have to mix and match and figure it out. So, the thing about getting my passport renewed is I was so stressed out about it, and it actually made me postpone it. I think I just went into freeze state because seeing people who got detained, but then I talked to people who have recently renewed their passport, most of them at my urging, and every one of them, it just went easy peasy. So I'm not too worried about that. I do think that a little bit of this, it shouldn't be anything. I am going to pay to expedite it a little bit, and God, yeah, hopefully it won't take more than like 4 weeks. So fingers crossed. Also, like I said, it is really starting to feel real. It's funny, I don't feel nervous, and maybe that's because I do feel like it's time to go. My instincts are telling me, they're screaming that it's time to go. So that's not really, yeah, nerves aren't really a thing. Mainly the amount of stuff, the amount of crap that I have accumulated is pretty epic. And especially considering that I live in a tiny place. Like, I don't know if it technically counts as a tiny home, but it's got to be pretty close. So, how on earth did I accumulate all of this crap? It's insane. And it is an American thing. I know that there are other nations, but I can only speak for America because this is where I'm from. But I feel like we get sucked into this habit of trying to buy feelings. especially confidence and comfort and happiness. And I try to be really conscious about that, but I still end up buying things I don't need. And knowing that as soon as I made the decision that I was leaving, I also made the decision, I'm not buying any more crap I don't need. And it's really highlighted how much stuff I bought. And it's disappointing, but it also really makes me think, God, people who aren't at all thinking about this and who aren't downsizing, it's going to be ugly when they do need to, get rid of stuff. And people are also, we're already at a point, economy wise, where people are starting to sell stuff. Like if you need to pick up if you wanted to pick up an RV or a massive television or just something that is a pure luxury product, this would be the time. And the next year would be the time, because people can't afford these things anymore. And when you get to the point that you're selling off stuff, your material belongings, yeah, the economy's not doing well. Stop buying stuff. Truly. It's not helping. It's not going to help. It feels like it's helping. It helps for like 30 minutes, maybe a day. And if it's something like a boat, it might help you feel great whenever you go out on that boat. But if you can't afford it, you're not probably out on that boat very often. You're probably working. You're probably working your ass off. And you are almost certainly not enjoying that boat all that much because you don't have the time. And it's just a big treadmill game. Seriously, unless you are regularly using it, sell that boat and pay off debt and put that money away, especially if you're, like my age and older. It's starting to get really scary, I'm 58. I'll be 58 next month. It's scary to think that it's not that far away when we may well be, not incapacitated or anything, but getting frail, getting to the point where we can't do everything for ourselves anymore. And yeah, it's definitely time to take stock of what's most important. And I encourage everybody to start selling shit. Start selling shit you don't need. Okay, I have eyelashes and eyebrows now. Anywho, the other thing I wanted to talk about, well, it's supposed to be the only thing I'm really talking about, but is this passport. Not just passports in general, but this specific passport. Just the irony of the fact that I want to leave here, but have the privilege, and it is a privilege, I get that, of having an American passport. As bad as things have gotten, and as terrible as as the rest of the world's view of us around the whole entire world, it still holds some cachet. It does still get you places that a lot of other passports wouldn't get you. So as I'm preparing to go renew mine, and I've had a passport since I was 21, I think. I got my first passport, and I use my passports. The only time I didn't use my passport were the years that I was married, except at the end when we went to India and Nepal for my 50th. Oh, it was amazing. But yeah, I as much as I'm just disgusted with what's happening here in America or in the United States, having this is a blessing. And I just reminding myself maybe that not to take this for granted, because it does open some doors, and that's important. If you want to get out, being able to go other places, Albania, for instance, you can go, if you have this passport, you can go to Albania and stay for a year with nothing. You don't have to purchase a visa, just this and land in Albania. Yeah, That's pretty impressive. And there are other places, and yes, is the rest of the world tired of our shit? Absolutely. But it does still, this still is pretty golden. So I am giving thanks for that as I get ready to go get a new one. Anyway, that's it. And I don't know how many of you might be thinking of going, of leaving, opting out. If you are, I really hope that you'll drop something in the comments. I'm feeling very alone in this journey, and it'd be great to have a community to talk to about it, because again, I don't have any friends who are planning on leaving, like, ever. And yeah, it'd be nice to have some friends to talk travel with. Anyway, Gilly and I are signing off, and we'll see you next time. Bye.